be here. So, yeah, that's awesome. It's always good to see Magic players smiling like this. So Jay is to your left with the Cobalt combo deck, and David is to your right with Shot in the Dark. It's probably because he's taking a shot in the dark with this deck. There's no shots he's actually doing in his deck, right? There's no gut shot.
No, there's no.
Okay.
There are no actual shots.
All right, so David leads off and plays a Flooded Strand, and he searches up an island. Is there a reason why he gets an island?
I mean, he's probably just dodging wastelands.
Okay, he doesn't really know what Jay is playing.
Yeah, I mean, generally, like if you have enough fetch lands where you don't need to get a duel right away.
Yeah.
I like to just get basics also.
All right, awesome. I could definitely get behind that, and also he plays a Sensei Divining Top, so a strong start. And Jay only plays a Bayou, so he actually had one of his 7 lands in his opening. And let's see if he has an explosive turn 2. Ooh, there's a Simony Spirit Guide. That's gonna help. He could remove that from the game. Okay, so there's a Chromox. And he might be going off this turn already. And he's placing a Cabal Ritual? Is that
yeah, so he's going off.
Okay, so there's a Lotus Petal. That's pretty interesting. You're pretty good with combo decks, Jay, correct?
Yeah, I love me some combo. Alright, so I'm assuming he's not casting the Simian Spirit Guide, he's removing it from the game.
We see Cruel Bargain. It's a card you don't really see too often.
It's a portal card, right?
Yeah, Cruel Bargain. If I remember,
it's the 3-mana draw 4. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, it's black, draw 4, and lose half your life, either rounded up or rounded down.
Yeah, it's like a Doomsday. That's a draw 4 instead of a set up your library.
Yeah. So it's a pretty crazy card. So he actually just cast the Simian Spirit Guide.
He just cast that?
Yeah. It's kind of weird. It looks like
he used a lot of cards to cast a 2/2.
Yeah, he did, right? His hand is just looks like he has mana. He has like a Lotus. He has Dark Ritual, Chromox, and Lion's Eye Diamond. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did he mulligan? It seems like
no, he didn't.
It seems like just a really bad hand and a really bad.
I mean, then you just wait until you draw the combo pieces, right? Like, there's no rush.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know this deck, so I'm not gonna say it was a bad play by any means, but it feels like.
I mean, I have the deck list right here. I don't think that's right.
Oh no, I mean it might be right. All I'm saying is that I don't think this is what Jay wants to be doing. Jay wants to obviously be coming off. He doesn't really want to just drop a 2/2, but maybe he has a certain plan. So
apparently we have people on Twitter who enjoy watching David play Legacy.
Yeah. All right. So David searches his deck for an Underground Sea, selects that in Marsh Flats. I wonder if David has. Did you take a look at David's hand? Did you see a Jace or a Tezzeret?
I did not.
All right. So he's tapping 2. Oh wow. All right. So there's a Thopter Foundry.
It's a pretty good one.
Yes, 1/2 of the combo.
Oh, and he has the sword in hand.
Oh, does he?
He does.
Okay, so with Thopter Foundry and sword, David could pump out as many flyers and gain as many life as he has mana
every turn.
Yeah, definitely really strong.
Against aggressive decks, that's something that just wins the game.
Okay.
Sort of being banned in Modern because of this interaction right here.
Yep. All right. So Jason a lot of trouble right here. This might be a quick game 1. So he passes the turn. This was a really dominated deck in Old Extended. They played the Thopter Foundry combo in the Dark Depths. So
that PDQ season was just almost every PDQ was won by Thopter Depths.
Yeah, exactly. Strong.
I was lucky. I won my PDQ the same weekend that deck won the Moto PDQ, so nobody knew about it yet. So I didn't have to play against that.
All right. So what can Jay really do here? All right, well, he just passes the turn.
Just combo off.
I mean,
it seems hard though. He needs to draw a lot.
It's not looking too good. I feel like he needs to. He has the mana. I feel like he just doesn't have the. He doesn't have the action. So
Like a cruel bargain might just win in the game right here, though. His opponent has forcible mana now. All right. So maybe not. All right, so Jay decides to pack it in. And they're both enjoying themselves a lot here. That was kind of a funny game.
yeah, I guess you wanted to get that Simian Spirit Guide out there, so if you had a culling the week, you could have sacked it to produce more mana.
I guess so, but I mean, he used a Cabal Ritual to remove the thing and a Petal.
Yeah, I'm not really. Yeah, maybe Jay's hand was just really bad, and he thought maybe. Yeah, I think that's what he's explaining to David right now. How do you think David's going to sideboard versus a combo deck? I'm sure he wouldn't really expect to play versus Cobalt combo, but he must have some things against combo in his sideboard. What does he have?
Definitely. Well, he's going to be bringing in 4 copies of Counterbalance, which is about as good as it gets when you're playing against Storm decks. He's also probably going to be bringing in an extra Enlightened Tutor, going up to 4. So he's going to be playing against a Storm combo deck, and he's going to have 4 Counterbalance, 4 top, and 4 Enlightened Tutor. And that seems pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good, especially since a lot of Jay's cards just cost 0 mana. Like the Moxes, the Lotus Petals, the Lion's Eye Diamond. So if David just has to blind Counterbalance and hits a land, it will stop some of Jay's mana sources. So that's definitely a good call bringing those in. Jay on the
some
other
people
hand,
are pointing out the name of this deck is Spanish Inquisition.
Okay, possibly. Several tweets. Sorry, so we might be changing that name.
Nobody expects it.
Yeah.
You know.
Spanish Inquisition. That's the name of the deck. All right, awesome. And for Jay's going to bring in Xanthia Swarm. I think he's definitely going to bring that. He's probably going to bring in a Duress and probably another Cabal Therapy. So he's not going to change too much, because when you have a Burning Wish sideboard, you're never going to really bring in too many cards, because your sideboard will have a lot of one-ofs with any of the wishes: Living Wish, Burning Wish, Cunning Wish. So Cunning Wish was actually one of my favorite cards. I played it quite a bit, and a lot of people, when the wishes first came out, they were just like, "Wait, what's going on? I could go to my binder, this is really weird." And I feel like that happens a lot when R&D makes new things like flip cards, or everyone kind of gets taken aback by it.
They're a little scared of them, but then they turn out to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, the wish cards are awesome.
Yeah, they are. It really, because lots of times when you're building a deck, you're like, man, how am I going to fit everything in like 60 cards? But a lot of people don't really think that your deck's really 75 cards, because you only play game 1 like once.
I think we played at States a long time ago before we knew each other, and you were playing Cunning Wish deck.
Yeah.
I was also playing Cunning Wish deck. I was playing Tog.
Okay.
It was when Adam Horvath won with Wake. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I don't, but yeah, I could definitely agree there. Somebody tweets in they want us to show Battle of the Wits. I remember when Kenny Meyer actually won with Battle of the Wits by.
That was awesome.
Yeah, his opponent Show and Tell.
Yeah, turn 1 Show and Tell, and he was like, bam.
Yeah, nah.
It was turn 2 maybe.
Yeah, I think it was like turn 3 or turn 4, but it was still exciting. Yeah, we gotta give it to him. All right, so this time Jay's gonna be on the play. Maybe Jay will have a better draw, and maybe we'll see a game 3. We'll see if David has the answers. David does have Force of Will. David does have Counterspell. So he does have some disruption to stop Jay from going off.
He also has 4 Counterbalance, 4 top, and 4 Enlightened Tutor.
Sure, yeah.
And I think that's going to be super important here.
Yeah, I could agree there.
And even if you don't assemble top Counterbalance, an important thing to note is just how good you can use cards like Brainstorm and Enlightened Tutor to prevent your opponent from going off.
Yeah, these guys are having a blast. I love it. All right, I think they're... Okay, so Jay's keeping, but David is mulliganing, and Jay gives a little thumbs up. He's happy.
Jay has a turn 1.
This is actually better than watching the Super Bowl. I know the Super Bowl's not on
definitely.
yet, but watching these guys just have a good time, it's like... Because the guys at the Super Bowl, I don't even know if they're having a good time. Because they just want to win so bad, right? Like, maybe they're having fun. They're like, yeah, I'm playing in the Super Bowl. But here they're just like, win, lose, whatever. They're having fun. And I think one of the draft opens, we're closing out on the top 8. So remember, the winner of the draft opens, they qualify for the Invitational as well. And they walk away with $500. That's pretty good, just for 6-0ing.
Not too bad.
3-0, 3-0. All right. And they're off. So our Marsh Flats from Jay. They'll probably get the Badlands, maybe the Bayou. I'm going to guess Badlands. Oh, I was wrong. He surpassed it. Went straight for the Bayou. At least the Spanish Inquisition deck doesn't have to spend a lot of money on dual lands.
Yeah.
Yeah, only 3 duels.
And it's a Badlands and or 2 Badlands and a Bayou, so not even expensive ones.
Yeah. All right. So Jay shuffles. Let's see if Jay has an explosive turn 1 or not. Oh, I see a Lotus Petal. It would be really cool to see him just go off like turn 1.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
All right.
Oh,
well,
no.
there's a Xanthia Swarm. Pretty good. Xanthia Swarm is an 0-1, but when he attacks, it prevents your opponent from playing any spells that turn.
Yeah.
All right. So I see a couple of those
He's going off this turn.
You think he is?
Yeah.
All right. So Xanthia Swarm comes in there. Let's see what Jay could do. All right. There's a Dark Ritual. All right. So he just draws 4 cards. He plays a Cruel Bargain. So he'll go down to 9 life, and he'll draw 4 cards. 2, 3, 4. All right. And I also did see him have 2 other Lotus Petals in his hand. I think he might actually have 3 now. So he's doing the math in his head.
And he has Tendrils in hand too. Yeah. So over.
Well, we'll see. It might be tough for him to actually deal 20 points here. I never saw the Spanish Inquisition deck in action before, so it's definitely something different for everybody at home to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really cool and interesting deck.
All right, he pitches Simian Spirit Guide just to discard. All right, so it looked like he was removing it for mana, but he's only discarding, so he actually didn't go off that turn. Giving David more time to kind of set up some disruption.
Oh, I guess he could have only stormed for 9.
I'm not sure exactly how many he could have stormed for, but it just wasn't enough, so Jay decided not to go for it. All right, David's thinking what he wants to set up, what cards he needs to have in his hand. I see an Engineer's Explosive. That's probably for the Empty the Warrens. All right, so turn passes back to Jay.
All right. Now, David does have an Enlightened Tutor in hand, so if he wants, he can get a Tundra on Jay's end step, and then go find himself a counterbalance, set up the goodness.
All right, is Jay got a discard again? It's kind of weird that this deck only plays 7 lands. That's really low. I mean, it's probably right. Whoever designed the deck. Do we know who designed this deck? If you guys could tweet in, tell us who designed the Spanish Inquisition deck.
I mean, it's been around basically forever.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like the first version of like Kobold combo was made by Mike Ron, Wisconsin native player.
All right, there's a
multiple Pro Tour top 8s.
Yeah. All right, there's a Cabal Therapy. What do you think he's got a name right here?
Counterbalance.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if he knows that David has Counterbalance in his sideboard. All right, there's an Ensnaring Bridge, a couple of lands, and another Sensei Divining Top. His hand's not very strong. David did mulligan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he also has an Enlightened Tutor, right?
Oh, did he? I didn't see it. I don't think he did. The tutor was on top of his deck from the top.
Okay.
He's just do the tutor this turn.
Oh, he named Jace.
Oh, he named Jace. All right, thank you. Definitely a reasonable call there. Although Jace wouldn't come down for a couple more turns, but Jay just wanted.
I also feel like Jace is kind of the card you like want somebody to play when you're playing a deck like that.
Yeah, possibly.
You just like want them to tap out.
Jay probably just doesn't know exactly what's in Davis' deck, and he just figures, hey, my opponent's playing Islands. He probably has Jace.
Yeah.
There's an Enlightened Tutor, and he reveals Counterbalance. So Jay will have to fight through Counterbalance top.
No easy task.
Yep. And there's going to be a 1 on top of Davis' deck in the form of top. All right, so Jay draws for his turn. Not too sure what that is, but it's not a land. Looks like another spell. Attacks again with the Xanthia Swarm.
Is that a Calling of the Week?
It might be.
Exodus.
All right, there's Lotus Petal. There's a Lotus Petal. He wants to play his Lotus Petals right now. Oh, and he might just be going off. Chromox. Oh no, okay, putting the Calling of the Week underneath the Chromox. There's another Lotus Petal. He's got a Cabal Therapy, probably naming Ensnaring Bridge. And there's a Tendrils. Did he not flashback Cabal Therapy? Oh yeah, but yeah, what happened with the Cabal Therapy?
He gets countered by the...
Oh, okay. Yeah, he just didn't reveal it. They just did a shortcut.
Yeah.
All right. So does Jay like lose now because he went all in?
Yeah. Jay definitely loses now. And I mean, he's like, not only did he go all in, but he's also under counterbalance lock.
Yeah.
So, I mean, David's, there when stuff happened, like David knew he had the top on top of his library. Jay also knew that David had the top on the top.
Yeah.
So he just kind of like pointed at the counterbalance, like counter your Cabal Therapy.
Okay. So he just cast Simeon Spirit Guide. He's gonna try to have him deal the last 4 points, but it's gonna be tough. Yeah. Wow. So Ensnaring Bridge comes down, enabling Jay to attack. And there's also a Thopter Foundry, so David could start gaining life. I see a Brainstorm, a Force of Will. Yeah, so I guess Jay realized that he just had to get David down to 4 and just hope for the best.
Yep.
That's why I never really play combo decks, because A, I don't know how to play combo decks, and B, it's just like I feel like there's always hate and stuff, and you're not playing much Magic. It's more like a solitaire type game.
I disagree. I think there's a lot of interaction with combo decks, and I'd say like some of the most interactive games I've ever played have been when I've been playing combo decks.
All right, so at this point, David has complete control of the game, and he's just going to try to find a Tezzeret, a Jace, or a Sword just to completely lock up the game. I mean, the game's pretty much locked up just to actually have something to kill Jay with.
Yeah.
I kind of like David's deck. I don't really like Enlightened Tutor. I didn't really like any of the tutors, like Vampiric Tutor either, just because, although it was very powerful, it was card disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really a big fan of card disadvantage.
I mean, that's, again, it's those are cards that are definitely geared toward the combo player.
Sure. So what David did there, he stacked Drawing of the Top, and then decided to sack it to make a token. Just because he has 2 tops, doesn't need both of them. And he'll gain a life in the process. So he'll be at 5 life.
Which is pretty relevant because, I mean, a Tendrils with 1 Storm does for him.
Sure. All right, David draws for his turn. So David's hand is, I mean, his board is just very well set up. There's a Brainstorm. 1, 2, 3. Did he find a threat yet? Besides the, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
All right, so he found a Sword. So this game is pretty much locked up. David could gain, yeah. All right, and Jay just scoops it up. So and look, Jay's still having a great time. David's saying, "Hey man, you know, not much you could do," and Jay kind of understands that his combo deck just kind of got outclassed there by all the hate from David. It wasn't even much hate. It was just counterbalance. It was counterbalance top.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're playing any sort of storm strategy, counterbalance just destroys you. That's how it's been